Hi guys, it's Elisa at Merc Cottage. Today I'm bathing my chicken and giving her a wellness check. Chickens naturally dust bath to keep clean, so I don't really feel the need to bath them very often. If they're living in clean conditions, they usually keep quite clean, unless they get a poopy bum or something like that on their feathers that just won't come off. It's a nice warm day here. It's 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 Fahrenheit. If it was cooler than that, I would probably do it inside, and I would let them dry in front of the heater or in the warm house, maybe a hairdryer if you've got one of those, because you don't want your chicken getting cold and not drying properly. I've got a decent sized bucket. It's got some warm water in it. It's not too hot, and I'm just going to add a dash of white vinegar. It's probably about 1/4 cup, and I'll give that a mix up. Storm is the one that's getting the bath today, and let's have a look. And this is the reason why. It's quite mucky and she's got big clods of poop, so we need to get that off. We'll probably have to cut some feathers around there as well. I am armed with scissors. It's a bit stinky behind here. What's going on? Oh, that's so nasty. You can't be too squeamish for this sort of thing. I'm making sure not to cut her skin. Good girl. You're doing good. Okay, that's made it a lot better. There we go. Hold still. There you go. While I've got her here, I'm going to inspect her for lice as well as just give her a general health check. She's looking pretty good. I also inspect her legs for scaly leg. That's a mite that gets in under the skin on the legs and then they get all scaly. And I just like to keep an eye on that because that's very common in our area. Now we haven't got it, but it's a good idea to keep an eye out for it because they could probably get it from the wild birds as well. They're looking pretty good. Her bottom's looking a little bit naked now, but at least she's clean and poop free. If she did have lice, I would treat that straight away because lice will suck the blood out of your chicken and they will become anemic and they can die from that. So it's really important to keep an eye on your birds to make sure that they've got good health and that they're not carrying any parasites. How you treat your chicken with lice is up to you. There is DE, which is a food grade diatomaceous earth, or you can use a commercial product. It's up to you. It depends what you're comfortable in doing. Whatever you use, make sure you're in an open space and don't breathe in the powder, and that includes your chicken as well because you don't want them getting it into their lungs. For treating scaly leg, which is when the scales are on the legs, you give them a warm bath and scrub their legs with some soapy water, and then you dry that with a towel, and then I would paint that with sump oil with some kerosene in it. So say a few drops of kerosene to a small bit of sump oil. And I paint that on with a paintbrush. That's how I would treat that. And you would continuously do that every day until it was healed. Now, in saying that, if you've got scaly leg, you have to catch all your chickens and do them all because you don't want them all having it. You need to treat it all, everybody. And they do get used to being caught every day for that process too. But it's really a pain in the neck having that in your flock. So if you can avoid that by not introducing infected birds, then that will be a big help. Overall, she has healthy eyes, a good appetite, and she seems to be doing quite well apart from the poopy bum. So I'll be keeping an eye on her to see how she goes. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Is that all, darling? That's all.